Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn January 6, 2023. Venus, currently transiting your sign, harmonizes with happy Jupiter today, and your natural charm heightens. You are not only attracting admirers, but you're also drawing in favorable circumstances and opportunities. What started as a problem can turn into a positive today. It's a time of increased cooperation or contentment. You might enjoy some personal time or discover exciting new interests. You especially enjoy creating prosperous situations or bringing more joy to others' lives. Your belief in yourself and others stands out today. It's also a good time for advances in your private or emotional world. The heavens are cooking up plenty of sugar and spice just for you today and tomorrow. As the mighty sun brings his majesty to the heavens above, he'll gaze sweetly over to electric Uranus, the great awakener, now jiving in your solar fourth house of domesticity. This is a dazzling day to snuggle up close and personal with your one and only and get down for some kink, heavy petting, or foreplay. Try out unique positions and explore fantasies that you might not normally be as inclined to venture into. The two of you will end up giggling like you're two young sweethearts in love. You might feel like you have one miscongeniality today. Your relationships with your coworkers or clientele might feel extra auspicious since Venus in your sign will sextile Jupiter in Aries. Since Venus is amplifying your attractiveness, you may notice that people are flocking to you throughout your workday. Your power for connection and communication could take off, leading you to new, exciting opportunities. Be open to striking up a conversation and being social throughout the sextile since it could lead to something rather positive that speaks to who you are as a professional. Knowing that Venus is just 3 weeks away from an early return to your income sector and that by the end of the month the planets of money and dreams will have joined forces, takes the urgency out of the asteroid Juno's final days here. However, until the Queen of Commitment leaves next week, it is all about a sense of resolve and determination, even if you don't know the when, where, and how. Although you may be known as a great healing spirit, you must learn how to heal yourself as well. Your sensitive soul may feel like retreating from all the hoopla around you, but stay attuned to your need for companionship. Keep up with your exercise routine and try to find a workout companion, if possible, to make the going a bit easier. There may be someone you work with or live by who would be inspired by an invitation to join you for a walk or run in the park. This way you help someone else while you help yourself. This day offers you the opportunity to stay focused on the project at hand. Just make sure that you do not overdo it with your dedication to the cause. It can be so easy for you to get caught up in the smaller details that you end up losing sight of the bigger picture. If you take a more logic-based approach to your projects, you may experience more success. Use the practicality of this day's essence to your advantage. As you move into the final weeks of your old solar year, there is likely to be a growing sense of clarity when it comes to the rear-view mirror. Not only is the Sun drawing closer to an alignment with Mercury, in retrograde motion in the same nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, but to a friendly aspect to Uranus, in his final weeks in retrograde motion. With Venus in Aquarius, you are already looking to the future, but at the same time, the past is becoming clearer by the day. The moon is not only making its first visit to your romantic sector for the year and the last while Mars is in retrograde motion here, but its only visit while Venus is in Aquarius. Venus only returned 2 days ago, but as she moves into her final 3 weeks, today's romantically charged lunar vibes are helping to connect her with Mars, bringing the planets of love and passion together. Our eyes in the sky. Venus in Aquarius connects with Jupiter in Aries this morning. When these two connect, it brings a pleasant vibe and makes all our feelings seem bigger. Venus in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aries push us to address humanitarian causes. These planets in these particular signs urge us to take steps to heal the ills of the world. Our hearts are expanding to encompass many spaces and places and send love to anyone in the universe who is in need of a little TLC. In the pre-dawn hours, the Gemini Moon trine series in Libra, inclining us to nurture others through just and fair action. We show others we care, but we put an equal premium on telling them we care too. In fact, the best way to support those we love now may be for us to act as a sounding board for their ideas. Knowing when to offer advice, and when to ask questions to help them refine their opinions, is how we shine. Try to stay as impartial as possible, and request that others do the same for you. We aren't trying to convince others to think like us, but to express their own perspective as thoughtfully as possible. You experience what at first appears to be a rather critical state of affairs. Above all, do not allow the situation to get out of control or become overwhelmed. React calmly and thoughtfully to anything that appears to be unpleasant or combined with the feelings they create. These disturbances soon blow over without real damage. Take good care of your health. It will be hard interacting with people today. You overreact to the smallest things and feel completely misunderstood. It would do you good to take a step back, clear your thoughts and start tackling the arguments in a calmer way. Before noon, the moon aligns with retrograde Mars in Gemini, offering us bravery. We can stand up for ourselves and defend others if the situation calls for it. We know how best to advocate for a cause using words as tools and not as weapons. Although we may get a bit reactive now, remember that irritation can be channeled into physical activities. Feeling especially frustrated with someone's choices? Consider writing them a letter detailing your concerns, but don't send it. Pause and return to read the letter later in the evening when you have calmed down and have a clearer head. After midnight, Venus in Aquarius sextiles Jupiter in Aries, prompting lucky meetings. We run into people who can help us get ahead. These individuals may give us a leg up financially or make introductions with those in high places. The opportunities we achieve now seem serendipitous. We just happen to be in the right place at the right time to seize them. Yet, if we take a long view, we'll see that we're really reaping the rewards of good karma. This is an excellent time to accept a travel or educational offer. We may meet someone who has the potential to become a love interest. If we are already in a relationship, this transit improves rapport with our partner. Be grateful for having someone in your life who allows you to be exactly who you are, yet still encourages you to reach for the stars. In the late afternoon, the Gemini Moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, providing maturity and resolve. We have a knack for seeing problems from multiple angles, which allows us to avoid becoming overly biased. Our objective, level-headed approach gives people confidence in our opinions and abilities. Others may seek us out for advice. Discussions with teachers and elders can steer us in optimal directions. Remember, you are never too old to learn something new.